Self-love is the foundation of everything we do. It's the fuel that drives our ambitions and the anchor that keeps us grounded. But let's be real, the journey to self-love isn't a straight path. It's filled with highs and lows, moments of clarity, and times of deep doubt. We all start with the best intentions, yet sometimes we face obstacles that make us question our worth. And in those tough times, it's so easy to give into comfort and distractions because we feel so defeated. But these moments of doubt are part of the process. Embrace these struggles because they're shaping you into the incredible person that you're meant to be. We live in a world that is constantly telling us that we have to do more, be more, have more, and it can make it so easy to forget the most important relationship that you're ever going to have, and that's the one with yourself. I used to believe that self-love was a destination, a place that you reach after you have achieved certain goals, or you look a certain way or feel a certain way, but along the way, I really realized that it is not about becoming this perfect version of ourselves. Self-love is the true foundation to building that life that fulfills you and makes you so happy to where you're living in the most meaningful way. Without self-love, you're not going to have self-confidence, you're not going to have self-trust, and every decision that you make is going to be from ego and lack. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Michaela, and I hope girlies just like you show up as the best versions of themselves while we create our dream life together. Today we are going to be talking all about self-love and the importance of it and how you can actually learn to love yourself. You hear a lot about mindset and habits and things that I personally talk about on this channel, but really truly the underlying foundation beneath all of that is self-love. Because if you don't have self-love, none of this other stuff is ever going to matter, because it really is the foundation to creating a fulfilling life that is truly meaningful to you and that aligns with what you love and what you feel like you're on this earth to do. So in today's video, we are going to talk about exactly how to build self-love, and I didn't want it to be a video where I just give you a bunch of I give you great information, but you leave it feeling overwhelmed or like you don't know what to do next. So I have tried to put in an action step with everything that we talk about today. So you can pick one thing from this video, all the things from this video, and you can walk away from this video and actually make a difference in your life and make the change that you're looking for. I know that's why you're here, and I'm here to help you make that change. Don't overwhelm yourself, because if you overwhelm yourself, you're just gonna end up snapping right back to where you are. So just take this one step at a time. This is a process, and be very patient with yourself. The very first and foundational way to create self-love for yourself is to change your story. What I mean by this is we are not born into this world with pre-programmed beliefs about ourselves. They are created over time by our environment, our parents, the experiences that we have, and we take those things and the feelings that we got from those, and those have created the beliefs that you're now trying to unwind. There's a quote by Tony Robbins, and he says that there are two very important things that are responsible for the quality of our life, and that is meaning and emotion. We give certain things in our life certain meaning, and that meaning makes us feel an emotion, and from that emotion we make decisions. So if you have a negative connotation with something, or something means something negative to you and it makes you feel negative, you're not going to make a positive decision from that. That's why it's so important to get to the root of why you feel the way you do about certain things, whether it is you feel like you have trust issues, or you're afraid of being alone, or you are very over analyzing to things, you overthink a ton, which I'm completely guilty of. Whatever experience or whoever has made you feel this way, you have to change the meaning that you have given to that specific thing so that you feel a different emotion and can make different decisions. And that is going to change the quality of your life. You might hear a little snore in the background. Katie is actually taking a nap. I don't know why our cats snore, but they do. So you might hear a little like whistling noise in the background, but that's just Katie taking a nap. I do want to say that this process is not going to be easy. It's going to bring up some pain. It's going to bring up some fear. And it's just something you're really going to have to work through if you want to overcome it, because a lot of people start to feel uncomfortable and then they shove it back under the rug. But you're never going to push past those feelings and those experiences and those beliefs if you don't work through them. So what experiences, most likely in your childhood, have you had that have made you feel criticized, unloved, unsupported, or unworthy? Really think about this, because this is most likely where those beliefs were created and therefore has taken away that self-love that you were born with. And then from there, I want you to ask yourself, what do I believe about myself? How do you talk to yourself? Is it nice? Is it supportive? Or do you beat yourself up all the time? You have got to let go of those beliefs and that old story. You are not that same person that you were in that moment. You don't have to hold on to these things. Let them go. Let them go. You have to tell yourself a different story. Maybe your old story is that you tell yourself that you always mess things up, or that nothing you ever do is ever good enough. Or maybe you're afraid of being alone. Maybe you're afraid of taking the chance on something because the last time you did, it blew up in your face. Maybe you feel like you were just put on this earth to struggle. Think of your mind as a garden. When you pull out weeds in a garden, you have to pull them out by the roots, right? Or else they're just gonna keep growing. We're going through our garden, our mental garden, pulling out our weeds by the roots so that our garden can flourish. And these old stories, these old limiting beliefs, those are the weeds in your mind that you have got to pull out. I know it's painful, I know it's hard, and there may be some tears, there might be some yelling, but it's okay. You just have to let them go. If you don't, you will never feel that self-growth, and that positivity, and that true self-love that you have to have in order to really truly have a fulfilling life that is meaningful to you and that aligns with what you feel like your purpose is on this earth. So how can we put this into an action step? I want you to write down one negative belief you have about yourself. Just one. Let's just start there. And then I want you to counter it with a positive affirmation to yourself. Whatever this affirmation is, put this somewhere you're going to see it multiple times a day, whether it is on your bathroom mirror or on your desk. Just somewhere you're going to see it, and whenever you see it, I don't want you to just read it. I want you to actually feel it. Don't just look at it and read it and go about your day. When you see it, I want you to read it, actually feel that. Feel that belief, believe it, because it's true. And over time, as you do this, more and more and more, that's going to become your new belief. And therefore you can rewrite your story from what that old belief was. So just start with one so you're not overwhelmed, because I think the more you become aware of your thoughts, I think you're gonna see a lot of limiting beliefs that you had that you didn't realize you had. I know I did. So just take it one at a time and rewrite that story to yourself. The next thing we have to do is we have to change the way that we talk to ourselves. Think about it, whenever you love someone so much, you're not gonna go beat them down with negativity. You're not gonna tell them that everything they're doing isn't good enough. You're not gonna tell them that they are never gonna succeed in life, that they were meant to struggle. You're not gonna do that. So why would you do that to yourself? I heard a quote in a video the other day and I thought it was so on point. And she said that we can only give the amount of love that we can hold, but the kindness and the support that we give to others, we have to give to ourselves too. You have to be compassionate towards yourself. Your self-talk is going to affect your perception of situations and how you react to them, which affects your overall mindset and your behavior. Positive self-talk can help you see an opportunity in a challenge, versus negative self-talk is going to tell you that you're defeated before you even try. Another quote that I really love is that there are two wolves inside of us. There's the one that is dark and is full of resentment, jealousy, anger, insecurity. And then there's the one that is light and it's full of peace and love and joy. But the one that is going to win is the one that you feed. So just be your inner cheerleader and not a relentless critic. Feed your self-confidence and not your self-doubt, because you are good enough. You are amazing and incredible and such a beautiful being. Just make sure that you are showing yourself some patience and some compassion, because you are literally unwinding limiting beliefs that you've had for your entire life. It is a process. Change does not happen overnight. The best way to go about this step is to put your thoughts through a filter. Do not let a single thought pass you until you give it the approval. And whenever you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, counter it with a positive affirmation. So instead of saying, I'm failing at this, I suck, just say that I am learning and I'm growing, because you are. Just make sure that you are so conscious of your thoughts, and I think you're going to see a lot of where your limiting beliefs play into your self-talk and how it's created the reality that you have now. You also need to be okay with being a little selfish. And before we move on, I want to clarify this, because I don't mean selfish in the way of making everything about you, but in the way of prioritizing the protection of your mindset, your beliefs, and your energy. The main way to do this is to learn to say no to things that don't align with your mindset or your beliefs, or that just don't make you feel good. So this could be with even things yourself that you do. This could be with other people. This could be with how you spend your time. This is how you're going to grow self-respect and self-confidence, because the more boundaries that you put up, that is going to show how much you respect your energy and your time. And it's also going to earn you respect from other people, because they see the growth that you're putting in, and it's also going to have them respect your time more because you're not as available. Your beliefs define who you are and what you stand for. So if you believe in your potential and your self-worth, you have to safeguard those beliefs against any negativity. And sometimes this can mean making tough decisions about who and what you let into your life. You cannot pour from an empty cup, so you have to safeguard your time and your energy and your beliefs. It's one of the best investments you can make in your journey to creating a fulfilling life. When you're able to prioritize your mindset and your beliefs, you're creating such a strong foundation for growth. So the way you can really implement this now is you can pick one area of your life where you feel like you need to set a boundary, and go ahead and act on that this week, whether it's with yourself or something outside of yourself. And you'll end up really seeing how proud of yourself you're going to be and how much better you're going to feel, because you're actually putting yourself first and protecting your energy and your mindset and really building that self-trust and that self-confidence. And it's really going to show how much respect that you have for yourself. It is so important to follow your curiosity. Following your curiosity means listening to your inner voice and following what genuinely excites you. This is really going to reinforce your self-worth, because you're showing respect for the things that you desire and are passionate about. Give yourself permission to explore and learn and grow with these things, and don't even think about what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter. Use your curiosity as a compass to experience new things and follow what excites you, and do it without any pressure or fear of failure. And this could be something new that you're interested in, or maybe just even revisiting something you used to do for fun that you loved. Exploring these new ideas and these activities are going to make you feel motivated and excited and give you a source of inspiration and joy. There's a reason that you're drawn to these things, so follow them. Whether you are interested in art, go take a painting class. Or if you love to cook, bake something new. Or if you love photography, go capture some really special moments. This is really going to nourish your mind, your body, and your spirit, and help you connect with yourself in ways that you probably didn't expect. So pick one curiosity or interest that you have been putting off and dedicate at least 10 minutes this week to either going to do this thing or just learning about this thing. Whether you're exploring it or taking a class or just learning about it by watching YouTube videos. The most important part of self-love is after you have done all of this work, you have to step into this new version of you. You want to show up as this joyful, confident version of yourself and really celebrate your progress because it's not an easy journey. It's an ever-evolving journey and you have to do it one thing at a time. So whenever you're able to show up as this version of yourself, really celebrate it and embrace it and really ask yourself, how does this look for you? How does this ideal, confident, and overjoyed person look to you? How do they dress? How do they talk to themselves? How do they talk to others? What habits do they do? What routines do they have? Really paint the picture for yourself. Do they journal every day? Do they meditate regularly? And then you want to create the environment that's going to reinforce that new identity. So really embody this version of you because it exists. You just have to step into it. The best way to do this is to break down this vision into manageable steps. So what I would recommend is to create a vision board and or a list of habits that this version of yourself would have, and then start implementing at least one of these habits at a time. And really truly have fun doing this. Don't think of it as a chore. Get excited because this is literally the new you. This is your new identity because you're leaving behind these old limiting beliefs that have held you back for so long. And this new version of you is going to be aligned and live this fulfilling, meaningful, purposeful life. It's truly a journey of transformation. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you out and you heard something in here that you feel like you can implement and that will make a difference for you. If you did, please leave it in the comments down below because I would love to hear, and if you have any tips that you have used in your self-love journey that have made a difference for you, make sure to mention those as well. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. I believe in you and you've got this. And take it one step at a time. So again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.